Hey everybody, Adam Savage, and I am all the way across the pond in London, England with Tim from Prop Store. How are you, sir?
Good to see you again, Adam.
Okay, we're covering some props from the 1968 film Barbarella, and I'm so excited about this. I love this film. Tell me about these pieces.
Well, to have these props together, you know, after 50 years.
Yeah.
50, same year I was born.
57 years.
Yeah, I was just same year of 50 and 60. To have them back together after all this time is these props just didn't exist. We hadn't seen any of these before. We found them in Italy. Stephen and I travelled out to Italy on a search. We went to costume houses and prop rental companies.
Oh, really?
We went back to the guys who we knew were involved with production of these films, and they had this stuff still there on their shelves after 60 years. It's absolutely incredible. And there's just something about, I know you're going to talk about it, but there's just something about the construction of props in that period where they're kind of crude, but at the same time it's real wood, real metal.
Yeah. I have thoughts about this. So this movie comes out in 1968. Yep. I was 1 year old.
I was none. One, about.
From what I understand, a lot of its visual inspiration came from the fashion designer enfant terrible Paco Rabanne, who had just hit the scene in 1966, I believe. So also is very clearly inspired by like the science fiction iconography paintings of Frank Frazetta.
Yep.
Right. But honestly, there's so much to cover. First of all, does this remind you of Sarris's rifle from the Villains from Galaxy Quest?
Now you said it certainly does. I mean, that kind of
submarine sandwich front.
Yeah, it really is similar. I mean, but that's the point of Barbarella, isn't it? It's still an influence. It's constantly an influence, and this stuff still looks great today.
Well, and I'm sure this is has a complete lineage, right, to Jean-Paul Gaultier's costumes for The Fifth Element.
Absolutely, totally.
And Paco Rabanne was using metal in their costumes. We'll talk about those later. So I looked into who designed these, and it's not really known. It's considered that these were made by the artisans at Dino De Laurentiis' studio, which he playfully called Dino Cita. his own little Cinecittà studio. So they thought it was just like some set craftsmen that built these. And when I look at this piece, I see evidence of a really specific kind of carpentry craft. This is a single piece of wood with this really nice round detail.
Yeah, it's like a piece of furniture. I mean,
it is. And it's been carved in a way by someone who understands how to make furniture, right? How to make those pieces flow like that. So this definitely feels to me like a right and proper set designer, set maker built this thing.
Yep.
And then you can see how up close, how sort of simple and crude this is. It's like a half pipe with a sort of spoon welded to its end, and then they plated the whole thing in silver. But dude, like on the cover, is it Time Magazine? There was that?
Time Magazine is the big one.
The big one.
Yes, yeah.
So I built one of these in 2014.
Okay.
And I remember thinking to myself, oh, I'm sure, as I've made this out of a big, chunk of wood. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure the one that they built was much more sculptural. If I ever see it, I'm sure it'll be really flowing. No, it's just about as sculptural as the one that I built.
Yeah, it's a show that we got a bit broken off here, but as you can see, that is a very long time ago. That's broken off.
Yeah, there's a lot of wear there after.
But I do wonder how this. I mean, it looks very simple, but you've made one. I'm sure this takes a great deal of time, doesn't it?
And the loving attention to the absurdity of this, because I look in here and I shine my flashlight down here, and you can just clearly see this is like a thin piece of steel wrapped in a cone, welded to this. They just ground it out. I don't think these took more than a couple of weeks to produce for the set dressing team. Also, famously directed by Jane Fonda's creepy husband, Roger Vadim.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to overestimate how influential these weapons are to me.
That's great, and to a number of other people too, which is why I'm just staggered by these. I think they're amazing today as they were in 60 years ago, and their influence carries on.
Yeah.
They look fantastic, they look practical, and they're absurd as well at the same time. I mean, the height of this scope, I mean, why?
It's magnificent.
It's wonderful.
I want to talk about the costumes.
Sure.
Because I spotted something on here. I looked at this piece of chainmail, and I recognized something, and I asked my brain to cough it up. And what I remembered is you guys have carried a piece of Terry English's built armor for the Richard Gere movie First Night.
Sure.
And I looked up pictures, and indeed, First Night has some chainmail on the sleeves that is clearly the same piece of industrial equipment as this.
Yes, when you said it, I thought you're onto something there, because I too thought it looked very familiar. And looking back at Terry's photos, it is a very similar, maybe a little bit more square in the shape.
Yeah, was it from a slightly different machine or something?
And I have to ask Terry whether he was inspired by this, or because it wouldn't surprise me at all if Terry had looked
Absolutely.
at this.
This is the kind of thing that would inspire Terry.
For sure.
The costumes are incredible. I cannot believe you have 4 pieces in the same
Again,
auction.
the same thing. In Rome, the costume houses still had them on their rails after 60 years, and this they had, the full, what remains here. So you got 4 pieces to put together to make an outfit, which is just insane that it still exists.
The costume houses in Rome have been a very fertile area over the past decade.
Fantastic, yeah, and their attitude has changed to what they want to do with this stuff. Obviously, a number of these guys want to keep it and preserve their own heritage, because they're very proud of what they've done. It's remarkable work, but at the same time, they realise there's a market for it now, and they love seeing this stuff in the hands of fans.
It's in crazy shape. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Can I pick this one up?
Of course you can.
I'm totally going to do that. That has to happen. I saw these white gloves here, and I'm like, what am I forgetting? I got to touch the things. Oh, it's very light. Okay, look at this trigger. That is awesome. Oh my God! It actually depresses.
60s technology.
That's lovely. And it's got a light out here. Did you guys?
We've not got it into
no
that
one's
one.
taken a look inside.
Yeah, that's not a practical light in this case.
Oh my God! There's 2 nails at the bottom.
Yeah, not even screws.
No, well, there's one screw here, and you can actually see through.
Oh, so the sight is at the
the sight is actually working. I mean, it's not a sight; it's just 2 pieces of glass, but there's a hole all the way through. Yeah. See that? Look at that.
That is beautiful.
Finesse in that work is someone who
that's some craftsmanship. Actually, that's
has built
really
some
nice,
real
really,
things.
really nice.
Oh yeah. Oh. How about
you? That's good. Yeah.
All right. Yes,
you're good.
You are stable.
Lovely
Okay.
job.
All right, come to me, baby. Oh wow! Again, maybe 6 pounds. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh man. This is just another Tuesday for one of these guys.
Believe me, it wasn't just a Tuesday when we found this stuff.
No.
It's just so nice, amazing to see it.
Amazing. What a magnificent piece! It really is in crazy shape.
It's
I mean, it looks. Aside from this, it really.
And that's historic damage. That's not anything. It's been looked after.
Wow. Oh.
Big old blunderbuss.
Yes, totally amazing. I've got to make another one.
Evidently,
now that I've
you've got
had
the
an
reference.
audience, I'm going to have to redo this.
Yeah.
So the auction is
December the 5th to December the 7th in London. Should we? Yeah. I think that's good.
Nice.
Yeah, we're good.
December the 5th to December the 7th.
Yep. Online bidding. Catalogue's available now. Enjoy. There are this and many other treasures for all prices.
There's some real doozies in this one, Tim. Thank you so much.
Always good.
Amazing. One of the most difficult things I have ever done in my life was write this book, which I did in 2018, released it in 2019. And I've been noticing as I do the cons and sign autographs, a lot of people are bringing purchased copies of my book for me to sign. So we thought, let's make them available at adamsavage.com. This one was ordered by Zachary for his friend David for his birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, there we go. Everyone's different. AdamSavage.com.